Yes, welcome back again. SQL Server Database Administration. Right. Basically, say as a database administrator, see, it may be SQL Server DBA or Oracle DBA or MySQL DBA. So our job is maintenance. Okay. Yes. Database and database server maintenance is our job. Just remember, we are not developers, we are not testers. Database and database maintenance is our job. Okay. Yes. So that's why remember, no need of any programming knowledge for us. Only we need Windows basics knowledge is required for us, as well as basic SQL knowledge is required for us. Okay. These two are the prerequisites. Windows basics and SQL basics. Okay. Anyhow, I will provide you Windows basics and SQL basics classes, means recordings. Okay. Which are required for us for DBA purpose. You can go through those recordings. Okay. So in the same way, I will provide you my WhatsApp number so that if any doubts are there while practicing, if you get some errors, you can send me the screenshot. Okay. Actually, here in UAE, WhatsApp calling is not allowed here. Only message you can do. We have some other apps here for calling. I will share you later. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can also call me. In general here, working environment, hybrid model they are following here means 1 day work from office, remaining 3.5 days work from remotely. Hybrid working environment. Basically here 4.5 day working schedule is there right now from January onwards. Okay, those things we'll see later, but let's say we'll start our class. Okay, right. So basically remember as part of this course, what we are going to share, what you are getting. So I will share you daily recorded sessions. But remember, I will upload these recordings in either YouTube or Vimeo. These recordings you can't download. Okay, you can watch the recordings online up to 6 months in general. Okay. So that's why remember we can't download the recordings. So things are very clear so that tomorrow you should not argue I am unable to download or this or that. Only I am recording this session also. Okay. So whatever we are saying, it will be very clear. Okay. But up to 6 months you can watch the recordings if want, we'll see later, right? So that is as well as I will provide you soft copy material. This material you can download, soft copy PDF material. Okay, means what? Notes, what we are discussing here in our class, that notes I will provide you. Means no need to write the notes. So if you want, you can write the main points. That is your choice parallelly while discussing with in the class. Okay, right. The same way, we'll provide you FAQs and scenarios. Means regularly asked questions. Okay, plus common scenarios. What are the common issues we are facing in real time? Okay, right. So that why? Because tomorrow, while you are attending the interview, these are important for us. FAQs and scenarios. As well as I will provide you scripts here. Scripts are also very, very important actually while working. While working, compulsory here we need the scripts. Okay, for example, let's say your application team is asking, I want the top 10 queries which are taking more CPU time, for example. Okay, so I want the top 5 blocking sessions right now in the database. Okay, so yeah, so those things we can fetch here very easily with the help of these scripts. Okay, that's why scripts are very, very important for us. Okay, in real time, without the scripts we can't work. That's why what we'll do, always will maintain one scripts folder. So I will share you these things. These you can download. Except recordings, remember, all the other materials you can download. No need to worry. Okay, yeah, I will share you these T-SQL scripts, means regularly used scripts. Means if you want to see like permissions of the user. Okay, if you want to see how many sessions are there right now in the server. Okay, so top 5 sessions, like a list of databases. This index fragmentation. Generally here we have CX package, something one wait type which causes CPU related problems. So if you want to see how many sessions are causing this wait type, means maybe some confusion may be there now. Just I'm saying that these scripts are important for us. Okay, while working, remember these scripts are very, very important for us. Okay, so I will share you these scripts. Okay, so that in real time you can use these scripts. Right, almost all the scripts are there. Actually have classified also. Already have classified also. This means like separately. Indexing related scripts are there. TempDB related scripts, security related. Okay, separate. How to find long running queries or expensive queries. All these, how to shrink the databases. Okay, these are very, very important for us scripts. Okay, right. In the same way, anyhow, I will show you like how we can download SQL Server, how we can install in our laptop. Okay, and already have said like Windows, Windows basics means including how to build the Windows cluster. Okay, the same way SQL basics. Okay, so how we are working with commands, basic commands, what is primary key, what is foreign key, those basics also I will share you. Means recordings, not complete, means what is required for us for DBAs. Okay, those basics I will share you so that you can go through it. Right. These are the things here what we are going to provide. Already we have seen like to start working as a SQL Server DBA. So what are the prerequisites are there? So prerequisites are there, like already we have seen Windows basics are important for us, plus some basic networking knowledge. Generally, why? Because if the users are unable to connect to the server, how you can see whether network is there or not? We can use ping command. Generally, we'll use telnet command, for example. So that basics are required. Anyhow, we'll discuss in our course. No need to worry. Then SQL basics. These two are required here tomorrow to start working as a DBA. Some PowerShell, others are there, but which are optional for us, not required, not compulsory for us. Okay. Yes. Okay. Right. So that's, remember, no need of programming knowledge. Window means no need of C, C++, Java. Programming is not required for us. Okay. So what are our major responsibilities are there? Means, or we can say how we are working as a DBA in real time. Okay. How we are working as a DBA. Already first point we have to understand, our job is maintenance, right? Database and database server maintenance is our job. Clear, right? Our job is maintenance. Okay. So feel free to type in the chart panel. If any questions are there, you can type in the chart panel. Okay. Maybe right now, maybe you don't have question, but whenever you feel something, you can type in the chart panel. Okay. Right. But already have said, from once we start our regular class from Monday, so I will allow you to unmute yourself. Okay, we can discuss, actually, no need to worry. Right. So major responsibilities are the database and database server maintenance is our job. Okay, database and data database server maintenance is our job. Okay. Right. So that's, remember, like already have said, we are not developers, we are not testers, we are maintenance people. Always our database should be up and healthy. Okay. There should be no performance issues, there should be no connectivity issues. Okay. So those things are our major responsibilities. Let's say, before going to discuss major responsibilities, I will show you overall architecture. Okay. Yeah. So overall architecture, like I will show you how what are the different teams are there in the organization, how we are working. Okay. So that overall architecture I will show you. Okay. So that you can check. Yeah. Okay. You can understand easily in your organization. Okay, before going to that, here, database and database server maintenance is our job. We have seen that's why regularly our regular activities are the monitoring and troubleshooting. Okay, monitoring and troubleshooting is our regular job. Okay, means what? Once you enter in the organization, once you connect to the once you start working daily, so we'll monitor the servers. Means if any issues are there, we'll monitor the servers. We'll troubleshoot those problems if any issues are there. Okay, right. Check here, like just for easy understanding how we are working. Why? Because this picture is important for us. It should be always. It should be there in your mind how we are working in a organization. Okay, then you can understand easily what are our major responsibilities. Check here. This is our DBA team. Okay, so here see, DBA team is there, like different members are there. For example, team members are there, team lead is there, manager is there. Okay, after manager we have senior managers. After senior managers we have director. Okay, then senior director, then VP, then senior VP. Like that, here hierarchy will be there in general. Okay, so here see, our team is there. Let's say we have 10 members team is there. We are sitting here, for example, in Chennai office or Hyderabad office, for example. Our team is there here, for example. Okay, my client is, for example, BS. For example, my client is Citibank. Citibank, for example. Anything is here. Just one client is there. Means this client has many applications. Okay, they have one application for credit cards, one applications for net banking, one application for ATMs, okay, one applications for loans. Like this here, they have many applications we have to understand. Okay, this is application one. This application has one or more databases, multiple databases, maybe 5 databases, 10 databases, 20 databases, or it may be single database. Okay, one application. One more application is there. Here also it has its own databases. One more application, like this here, multiple applications may be there. See, again, remember our team, suppose let's say directly if you are working for Citibank, you will maintain only Citibank databases. But let's say you are working here in HCL or TCS or something, CTS something, they have multiple clients actually. Maybe you will work some days with the Citibank client and another client like this here, multiple clients may be there. Okay, these are the applications. Understood, right? I think we are following, right? If any confusion is there, please type in the chat panel. See, I'm going from scratch actually. Maybe some people are already working with, maybe you are already working, already you know this environment. But yeah, I will start everything from scratch. Okay, if you know already, no need to worry. So if you don't know, like why? Because we have to go with from scratch. That's very important. So it will be just refreshment for you if you know already. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is understood, right? This is our team. This is our client teaser where we have so many applications. Every application they have backend databases, one or more databases in our database server. Okay, these applications, see, to maintain this application, remember each application, we have application team is there, right? Application team is there to maintain this application. In application, and for every application, we have something called AO, application owner. Application owner. Once again, don't get confusion. So application owner means not owner of Citibank. Okay, means this credit cards application. This is, for example, let's say Abdul is the application owner. One of our participants is there, Abdul. He is the application owner, for example. Okay, this is another application is a net banking. So Chakri is the application owner. Just for understanding, I am saying like that's your application owner will be there. Maybe same person may be owner for multiple applications. Okay, or each application can have one application owner. Understood, right? Following or any confusion is there? Gopal, Irfan, Karthik, if any confusion is there, please type in the chat panel. Dharani, Sridhar, it is clear what we are discussing. We are on the same page, right? Why? Because this understanding is important for us. Overall environment understanding, then you can understand easily, or you can understand easily, work also easily. Okay. So if you know your complete environment in your company. Gopal, thank you very much. Sai, Shivaram, No. AO is not in DBA team, but for some databases, we'll also owners, some databases reader. Okay. Basically, AO is from application team. Gopal Nayak, thank you very much. Uday, when it is value, it is clear. Irfan, Ramana, it is clear. Rajesh, please type in the chat panel. If any confusion is there, feel free. You can ask me any simple doubts. I will never say no. Okay. I will not ask any opposite question to you. You tell me this, I will tell you. Such type of things will not be there. Okay. That's why feel free. If you have any simple doubts are there, please ask me. Okay. No need to worry. So I have very good experience, both working plus teaching also. That's why I will go step by step. Okay. We don't have any problem. Right. Right. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. Then, then next one, see, like, yeah. So then, okay. Uh, yeah. Now, here, this application. See, this application is developed by some company, right? Means Citibank will take some company. They will, yeah. For example, this is a credit cards application. Okay. So where they have so many databases in the backend in our SQL Server. So this application was developed by, for example, one company, Infosys, for example. Okay. So the company who has developed this application. See this website or this application. It may be mobile application or it may be web application. This application is developed by Infosys, some company, for example. Okay, these people has developed the application. That's why we'll call them as vendor. Vendor. Okay. Application vendor means who has developed this application, both front end part, especially our database part, vendor. That's why sometimes I will talk in our classes. For some issues will involve the vendor. Okay. Suppose let's say CP utilization is high or some blocking scenarios we have found as a DBA. Okay, so in that case we'll involve the vendor, okay, to while troubleshooting. We'll see. That's why vendor means, remember who is the vendor? This application developers. For example, this is a net banking application. This net banking application was developed by TCS, for example, for the same company. No, means what? TCS is the vendor for this application. Okay, right. Clear, right? Yes. Okay. Now remember, like here in every application, we know that front end and back end part is there, right? Front end part is user interface part through which we are connecting, users are connecting. Back end is our database part. Backend is our database part. That's why remember, as a DBA, you are managing all these databases, means backend part. These applications backend part we are managing as a DBA. Okay, these applications backend part, our database part we are managing. Our team is managing. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. So now check it like now daily activities are there with us. Okay. In general, what we'll do as a team lead, for example. As a team lead, suppose let's say we have 600 servers, for example, means some production servers, some development server, some UAT servers. Okay, so different types of servers I will show you later. Okay, so again, remember, in the, let's say we have 200 production servers. Out of 200 production servers, like we have 75 critical servers. Critical. Daily, as a team lead, what I will do, I will share the report to my manager. Okay, so what are the DB state, whether everything is working fine or not in that critical servers, like all the maintenance activities are working fine or not. So those things I will share you daily. Means I will discuss that later, what details we are sharing. Okay, this is the overall overview how we are working in a organization. So what are the different teams are there? Again, remember, we are in DBA team. We have application team, as well as we have Windows team is there, right? Windows team. Yes, Windows team is there, as well as so many teams actually. We are in SQL DBA team, for example. Okay, we have Windows team is it, Windows plus networking. We have application team. Application team means this one. Okay, every application can have separate team or single team. In the same way, we have like storage team. Okay, yeah. In the same way, we have security team in real time. Why? Because the security team will monitor the security for all the total infrastructure. If some hackers are trying to hack or someone is any logins are failing, so they will monitor actually security team. IT planning team means this planning team, what they will do, they will create the servers. Basically, they will have the resources actually. Means what, tomorrow if you want to build a new server with 32 GB RAM with this configuration, this planning team will build that server. Okay, like this, so many teams may be there in your organization. IT help desk team means if you have any issue in your laptop, for example, okay, if you are unable to take RDP of the server, so that the help desk team will support you. Like if any Outlook issues are there, or if any drivers are missing in your laptop, for example. Okay, so in the same way, these are see many teams are there while working in the organization, but we are here in SQL team. Okay, right. Suppose let's say our one of our regular activity is there in real time patching. Okay, so patching SQL Server. Patches are nothing but, remember, updates. Like generally we know, right? In Android, iOS will get updates, right? Same thing here also will have patches. Are there different types of patches? We'll talk about that later. Okay. So let's say patching is one of our regular activity. Maybe monthly we'll patch the servers, or for every 2 months we'll patch the servers. Okay, tomorrow if you want to apply the patch on this server, for example, this is your credit cards application. Okay, backend is our SQL server is there. Tomorrow if you want to apply patch on this server, first steps here will send the email to the application owner and his team. Okay, we'll ask application owner as per our security team, as per our security team guidelines, we need to apply this patch. Okay, so means we need some half an hour downtime, for example. So suggest please share the schedule. We'll ask our application team to share the schedule. Generally, application team will check the business hours. In non-business hours, they will send means they will share the schedule so that we can apply the patches. In general, remember, if it is a production server, so we'll apply the patches in non-business hours or low business activity timings, like night 10 o'clock, night 12 o'clock. Okay. See, patching will take hardly 10 to 15 minutes time, for example. But in non-business hours, they will provide. That's why tomorrow, if who is there in night shift, he will apply the patch, for example. That means what? Tomorrow, if you want to apply the patch, step one is what? Understood, right? Step one, Srikant, Uday. These processes are important for us to understand very clearly how we are working as a DBA. Otherwise, we'll have confusion. See, I can start directly technically what is SQL Server, how to install, but these things we need to understand. Once again, this application is 24/7 application. That knowledge is also required for us. Okay, why? Because while doing some maintenance activity, so yeah, at what time what we can do, that that we it will be easy for us if you know this application entirely. That's why once we enter in the organization, they will provide the KT, actually, knowledge transfer, which application means how many production servers are there in the organization. Out of that, how many standalone servers, how many cluster servers, how many always on servers. Actually, remember, catalog will be there in every organization. Once you enter, they will share you catalog in Excel sheet form, something catalog, server catalog. Okay, in that you can search actually server name. Okay, its IP address. Even this AO details also will be there in the catalog or server list. Okay, so then you can take this AO email ID. You can send the mail that we need to apply the patch, suggest the downtime. Okay, they will discuss with the business people. Okay, he will discuss with the business people, then he will send the mail to us. Okay, you can apply patch today night at 11 p.m., for example. After that, we'll go ahead, we'll do some other activities. I will discuss while patching, but we have to understand here like how the process is flowing. Okay, that's why tomorrow, if you want to build one new server in your organization, if you want to build one new server, so first our like how to start the process, we'll discuss later. This planning team, actually they will provide the hardware resources, then our Windows team will build the, our planning team itself, they will build the server also, they will share the details. Okay, then we'll start our SQL installation. Like this here, different teams, all these details they will provide you once you enter in the organization as a KT program. Okay, yes, okay. So we'll talk about this something more later. Just remember, Windows team is a means like if want to, if you are unable to take this server's remote desktop, or if you are unable to connect to this server while working as a DBA, we can contact the Windows team. Okay, so application team is there. This is our application team. Storage team is there. Basically, this storage team will take backups as well as they will maintain the files actually. And generally here in this server, we have our files are there, right? Database files, backup files in our DB server. they will take copy of those files actually, so they will maintain. We'll talk about that later. Security team, already we have seen this total company organization security they will handle. So that no one should access their databases from outside, unauthorized access. That we are hacking all those things, they will take care of issues, those type of issues. Planning team, we have seen, like this team will purchase the softwares, this team will manage the hardware. IT help desk team, we have seen if any issues are there while working. Let's say your laptop is not working, you are unable to connect to the server, means like any softwares we need to install in our laptop, we have to talk with IT help desk team. Like different teams may be there, just some of the teams I'm seeing. So for us, important is SQL. We are in SQL team. Application owner team is required for us. Okay, these are our Windows team. These three teams will work with regularly. Okay, right. Okay, just I will save this picture. Okay, right. So, okay, what are the other activities are there? Say, as a database administrator, I will take 10-15 minutes more. We'll conclude the session. Okay, yes. Check here, like, yeah, one is say like our regular activities are there. 1 second. Yes, our regular activities are there here, like already we have seen monitoring and troubleshooting is our job. Monitoring and troubleshooting. So one is like installations and configuration. But remember, this installation and configuration is not our regular job. Whenever we are building one new project, we'll install. Okay. Yes. But patching is one of a regular activity. Patching is nothing but remember updating SQL Server. Updating SQL Server. We'll see that later. Then in the same way, yeah, in the same way, say like monitoring here, all the backups are working fine or not. Okay, all the maintenance activities are working fine or not. Means maintenance activities are there. Later we'll see like rebuilding indexes, reorganizing indexes, like updating statistics, some things here. Just remember, like these words, maybe you don't know. Just you leave that. No need to worry about this. Later we'll see. Okay. In the same way, checking database consistency. Okay. All the backups are working fine or not. Okay. So, database file growth, how data file is growing, log file is growing. See, all this comes under regular maintenance activities. Okay, if any like blocking scenarios are there, deadlock scenarios are there, all those things comes under maintenance. See, I'm not going in detail. Why? Because maybe some people may get confusion. Okay, so that's why I will go step by step. No need to worry. Okay, in the same way, like we need to our yeah, we need to handle like tickets actually. Okay, some tickets are nothing but requests actually, like change request ticket. Okay, some means if you want to perform any changes, we have seen just now vendors are there, right? Vendors are there. Vendors are what? Our who has developed the software, credit card application software, for example. Sometimes vendors, what they will do, they will share the script to application team. Okay, we need to deploy this stored procedure. Okay, some alter command something. So then application team, what they will do, they will share the request to our team, means they will create a CR actually, change request. We have ticketing tools actually. In ticketing tools, they will create a CR, then they will assign that CR to our team, DBA team. Okay, so with their approvals, means application owner approval, their manager approvals, they will take and they will share to our team. So as a, let's say I am there in the team as a team member, I will check on which database they are asking. Okay, what change they are asking, and all the approvals are there or not. Then I will take approval from my team lead, for example, or from my manager. Okay, once my manager or my team lead approves, then I will implement this change request. Like that, here some cycle is there that I will discuss. Okay, in the course. No need to worry. These are important for us while working. Like the same way, like we'll have sometimes SD service desks. Means suppose tomorrow if want to application team is asking, you create this user, you grant this permission. Okay, so for that purpose they will create something called SD service desk ticket. Something here. We'll talk about this later. If any confusion is there, forget about that. We'll see later. Okay. So the same way, like sometime like Windows team wants to apply Windows patches, right? Windows patches means what? This is our SQL machine. Here Windows is there, right? In the SQL machine, OS is what? Windows, right? So in that we have our SQL server, for example. Okay, that's why while applying the patches, remember, like server reboot is required, right? That's why Windows team, what they will do whenever they are applying the patches. Okay, Windows team, actually we are not applying, Windows team is applying. So whenever they are applying the patches, they will send to our team. If it is a DB server, they will send to our team. Okay, they will ask Spark actually from our team. They will send to my manager or my team lead that we need Spark from your team for Windows patching activity. Spark means alert some person they are asking. Why? Because after patching, we need to check no our databases are healthy or not. Means single point of contact. Spark. These words you will see later once you enter in the organization. What I am discussing all these. Single point of contact. Suppose again, we'll see again in SQL Server, we have standalone environment is there, cluster environment is there. If it is a standalone environment, so no need to do anything. Windows team will apply the patches. They will inform to me as, let's say I'm the Spark, for example. They will inform to me. I will check SQL is working fine. Okay, we don't have much activity, but we have sometimes cluster. In SQL Server, we have clustering always on, some concepts are there. If that if that setup is there, clustering plus always on setup is there, then while applying Windows patching, we also should work actually. If it is a standalone, they will apply, they will send the mail. Okay, applied, you check, I will check. Just our work is done. But here, if it is a cluster environment, cluster means remember a group of servers. In SQL Server, we can maintain a group of servers, which is called cluster. Later we'll see. So if it is a cluster, while applying the patching, we should be there actually. Okay, so that we'll see again. In the same way, we have seen like performance monitoring and tuning. Tuning is not done by our team. It is developer's job, but we have to monitor the performance. Okay, CPU utilizations, memory utilizations, what are the blocking sessions are there, what are the deadlock sessions are there, those things we have to monitor. Okay, so in the same way, like upgrading SQL Server, okay, from lower version to higher version, we need to upgrade actually sometimes. Why? Because right now here up to 2012, Microsoft has stopped support. Right now, remember our current version is 2019, SQL Server 2019. So we have old versions are there like 2005, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012. That there that version setup support is stopped actually. Okay, Microsoft will stop the support after 8 to 10 years. Means after releasing the version, then after 8 to 10 years, they will stop the support. That's why we have to upgrade to higher versions or latest versions. Okay, like 2019, 2017, some higher versions. That is, see, upgrading is also one of our regular activity. Means if you have so many servers in your organization. Okay, so in the same way, like handling like disk space issues. Okay, so maybe backup disk space issue, log data files disk space issues, log file disk space issues. Okay, so in the same way, handling downtime scenarios, those are also our regular activities. Already we know working, just remember working with high availability features. Okay, we have here high availability features like log shipping, database mirroring, always on clustering. Like these are different high availability features are there. We have to work with these features. Today, remember, we are using always on. Always on. If somebody is working in Oracle, we have data guard something in Oracle. Here we have always on. Okay, to maintain the standby servers. Like this here, overall, we have to understand our job is maintenance actually. Okay, so that's why monitoring and troubleshooting is our regular activity in real time. As well as we'll do something called DR drills actually for every 3 months, for every 6 months. We'll do this majorly for every 6 months. DR drills. Okay, so I will discuss that how we'll do DR drills. Generally, we need at least 3 to 4 hours for this DR drill. Okay, DR means disaster recovery. So I will show you all these step by step. I will discuss so that it will be easy for you tomorrow once you enter in the organization. Okay, right. Let's say just we'll briefly we'll see about SQL Server, just 2-3 points. Then we'll conclude the session. We'll continue. Okay, right. Check here. Already we know Microsoft SQL Server is what Microsoft product actually. So which was first time introduced in 1989, almost all 30 years back. One of a RDBMS product, right? So many RDBMS products are there in the market. SQL Server, Oracle, Sybase, DB2. So many RDBMS products are there, right? Yes. So in general, so like all these points are there in our soft copy material. No need to worry. I will share you that soft copy notes. Okay. Already have shown you along with the scripts. I will share you the soft copy notes. Actually, I have written one book on DBA, database administration part. Okay, so that book chapters are there, one by one chapter I will share you while discussing the respective concept. Like this here, for example, backup restore. Okay, so how it is, very clear material is there. I will share you. Already I have said these materials you can download except recordings. Okay, all the other materials we can download. Right. Okay, this step-by-step notes is there. Already I have said, as well as regularly used scripts I will share you. In the same way, like some other extra material also I will share you. Extra material. Okay. Extra material is it like yeah, where we have already have said module wise FAQs I have created, FAQs and scenarios. This extra material also I will share you so that you can go through it. FAQs are there, plus troubleshooting is there. So that's remember, troubleshooting is important for us. Okay, in real time. All these soft copy materials I will share you. Okay, right. Okay, that's remember SQL Server is a RDBMS product, relational database management system developed by Microsoft. So what we can do with SQL Server, already we know whenever we are saying that this is a mobile phone, we know already basic purpose of mobile phone. Same thing, whenever we are saying it is a RDBMS product, just remember the main purpose of RDBMS product is what? To create and manage databases. To create and manage databases. Same thing here also. With SQL servers here, we can create and manage databases. As well as remember, SQL Server supports powerful BI features also, business intelligence features. Okay, like SSIS, SQL Server Integration Services, SQL Server Reporting Services, SQL Server Analysis Services. Okay, that's remember as part of SQL Server, we have totally 4 major servers. One is database server is it, on which we are working. These are the other servers where our MSBI team will work. Okay, so if you have knowledge of SSIS, then it is some added advantage for us. Knowledge of SSIS. Okay, basically remember automation will work with what? SSIS. We'll see again. Then next one say like SQL Server, every RDBMS here supports, in general we have two parts actually. One is non-procedural part, like generally we know already. One is SQL commands. Every RDBMS supports here. One is non-procedural part, which is nothing but SQL commands. Okay, non-programming part. Second one is procedural part or programming part. Here see in SQL Server we have programming part is a T-SQL. Okay, transact structured query language. Okay, T-SQL. Right. So basically in Oracle we have PL SQL, right? Here we have T-SQL. Why? Because remember in our databases today, we have data is there, plus business logic is also there, means programs are also there, right? So that's why to work with data, we are using this SQL commands. To work with this business logic, we are going with T-SQL. Means our developers job it is. We are not writing any programs. Already we have seen. So who will develop tomorrow one new stored procedure? Okay, new stored procedure is required. who will develop that stored procedure? Application team will develop that support or application uh, operations team will develop the stored procedure, or vendor will develop the stored procedure and share that procedure to our application team. Gopal, Irfan, Karthik. Whenever suppose tomorrow in the database we need one new table, means we don't need, actually we are maintenance people. Any new stored procedure, new table, new index, okay, new view, anything, for example tomorrow in the database something is required. So who will provide it? Who will means the script, okay. We are running the script in production. Why? Because we are the production DBs. Without our knowledge, no one will do something in our server, right? Our database server. That's one, but that script is provided by the vendor. Means what? Or T-SQL program or vendor will write, they will test in the test environment, okay? Then they will share it to our application team. Application team will create a CR change request, then they will send that CR to our team. Okay, in that CR they will mention that script, what script we have to run. Generally they will say that take backup of this database and run the script. If something happen, rollback plan also they will provide, means restore back the database. Clear, right? Following, or any confusion is there? This overall working architecture, once again I will discuss, no need to worry. Okay, Parvez, it is clear. Pradeep, Rafi, Sai, it is clear. Means any changes, remember tomorrow if you want to create a new index, directly we can create a index as a DBA, or we can't create. Shiva, thank you Gopal. Shiva, Uday, we can create an index directly, or our vendor will provide the index creation script. Who will provide, or we can create directly or not? Something I want to create one new table, means one new table is required in the database. Directly we can create, or we can't create? Sorry. We can't do anything, means we have to understand here, every request will come from application operations team. Okay, see, writing command, creating index we can do easily, but without the request we can't do anything. Any changes we can't do, okay, without the request from the application team. Okay, right. So yeah, so that's like yes. So programming knowledge is there here. T-SQL, transact structured query language. Right. The same way, last point we'll see, we'll conclude the session. So just remember to connect and work with the SQL Server. To connect and work with SQL Server, we are using one tool called SSMS. I will show you in the after 1-2 classes how we can create the setup in our laptop, how we can start practicing. Okay, so SSMS is it, SQL Server Management Studio. See here, SSMS already have connected to one of my server. Okay, then we'll start working with as a DBA. So this is my server name, this is my system name / in server name, SQL Server 15.0 version. 2019 version. This is our latest version, 2019. Okay, this is my login name. Here, see, these are the databases are there in the server. Okay, so under each database we have objects here, tables. Okay, tables, views, everything. Here we have programs, stored procedures, functions, everything. Okay, right. So that's like graphically we can check here by right clicking. We can see how much RAM is there in the server. See, in my this is my workstation actually. ThinkPad P51. Some 2-3 years back I have purchased in Canada. Okay, 40 GB RAM is there in my laptop, means workstation it is. 8 CPUs are there. Okay, so we can check here server details. See, graphically we can do whether it is a standalone or standalone means, remember, we'll see in the next class in detail. Single server is there. Cluster means a group of servers. Okay, check here properties. Here see, is clustered false means it is a standalone server. Standalone means single server. So we can perform most of the activities directly by right clicking here, or we can do, remember, like by using command also. Yeah, basic SQL knowledge already I have said. Rajesh, I will provide you recordings. Okay, no need to worry. Right. Okay, just see, to work with the commands, just right click on the server, new query. We can work with the commands here. Okay, select server prop. For example, let's say I want to see the version of SQL Server. So at the rate version, always remember we'll select the command, will execute. See, SQL Server 2019 version. SQL Server 2019 version. Like this, like directly we can check the information actually. Server name. Always remember, always select the command and execute. This is our server name. Okay. The same way, right now I am working in standalone or cluster. We can check here server property is clustered. Is clustered 0 means what? It is a standalone server. It is not cluster server. It is what? Standalone server. Standalone means single production server. Okay, like this here we can check all the details by using simple commands. That's remember, simple commands, 1-2 lines of commands we have to remember. But if lengthy commands are there, we have, we can't remember. That's why we'll maintain like this one scripts folder in real time. Okay, just open the script. Okay, double click, open the script and modify. So start execute that script. Why? Because lengthy commands are there, we can't by heart, right? Yes. Okay, so that is like how we are connecting and working with SQL Server. Okay, let's see, we'll conclude the session. From here we'll continue again. Actually in SQL Server we have high availability features are there to maintain standby servers like log shipping, mirroring, always on, replication, clustering. Those features we'll discuss, okay, in tomorrow's class briefly. Just remember our major concepts, what we are going to discuss. I think already our friend desk team has shared you the content. Means we'll start with the basics and installation. Then we'll go to configurations. Then we'll work with the database architecture, SQL Server architecture. Okay. Then we'll work with security, like creating logins, everything. After that, we'll go with backups and restores. We'll see automation. Why? Because remember, as a DBA, 80%, 90% activities we are scheduling. Why? Because 200 servers are there. 5 members team is there, we can't maintain. 1,000 servers are there, 5 members team is there, manually we can't do anything, right? So we'll schedule actually. Here see SQL Server agent is there. Here we'll create the jobs, we'll schedule actually, okay, to automate the things. Okay, in the same way, we'll start with log shipping, mirroring, always on, replication, performance tuning, clustering, upgradations. Okay, these are our main concepts are there. But in every module, I will show you troubleshooting. Okay, no need to worry. Right. You can see that my blog is there, as well as I will write articles to multiple websites also, but no need to worry. Yeah, concepts wise will go in detail. Okay, and all the concepts I will show you practically, including clustering everything. Already setup is there in my laptop. You can also create the setup, but tomorrow I will show you. Okay, right. Right then, thank you very much for joining this session. We'll continue again our next class on Monday. Okay, right.